All right, we're back. Hello, everybody.
What's up?
Ernie,
Yeah,
we're going to do a specific show today at your request.
this is my idea. So if
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
don't like it,
Yeah.
too bad. It's
Blame
my
him.
show.
Blame him.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about UFOs. It's a very crazy topic. Some people believe in UFOs, and other people do not believe
It's
in
not
UFOs.
so crazy. Our government is doing investigations in it. You see it in the news. They had a congressional meeting.
Wait a minute. What was that? I'm sorry.
They had a congressional meeting over it, several
Yeah.
actually, and they questioned these people over and over
but-
again about what they saw.
but not-
There is UFOs.
Okay. Okay. Not only UFOs, but we were kicking around ideas for the show. But we went from UFOs to Bigfoot,
All the paranormal stuff.
Roswell, Ouija board, the Egyptian pyramids, Sasquatch, and whatever else people like to believe in.
All this stuff. He's a non-believer.
I'm a non-believer, but I do believe in one thing, and let me go get it. In the meantime, you keep the audience entertained. Well, I just go get it.
I saw a UFO. I saw a UFO once. He doesn't know the whole story, but we're going to talk about it. William's a very facts and figure kind of guy. You know, he's an accountant, a CPA. So if you don't see it, you don't believe it. But I have some interesting stories. When he gets back, I don't know what he went to go to. I don't know. I'm kind of scared about what he's going to bring in here. But a lot of people have seen UFOs. Oh, yeah. That's what you're bringing in.
What's yours?
All right.
Look at this.
You should have told us before the sir.
No, I wanted to surprise you. Look at that.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Take your
nice.
shirt off and put it on.
Not right now. Not in front of the camera. I'm like 20 pounds overweight, and you want me?
Yeah, look at that. Aren't these nice? Look at that logo.
That is nice.
It's beautiful, right?
Willie and Ernie,
There's the
unfiltered.
wall, and there's a little spotlight
Yeah.
on the wall.
I like it.
Unfiltered. That means we talk crazy.
We're free to speak.
We're free. We're free to speak up to the point where YouTube will censor us.
Yeah, until YouTube blocks us for some reason.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've been blocked.
So
So
we're gonna have these for sale for like $175.
we are?
$175 a shirt.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, we just got enough to wear. We got one for Selena, one for Maria, and then a few to give away at Fiesta. Fiesta's coming up, and we're going to be giving those away. We're going to have fun.
News to me.
But you haven't paid me my $250.
Oh, you were serious about that?
Yes, you're supposed to set.
Those shirts are not no $250.
You were supposed to cut me a check, man.
Who-
I'm
who
still
ra-
waiting for money. I paid you right away, and you've been dragging your feet.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, I hope you like our shirts. We're going to have hats and not right now, but later on.
Oh, all right.
Later
Okay, this is news to me.
Look
I
at-
knew about the T-shirts.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a good-looking shirt.
Yeah,
It's actually a good-looking shirt.
We're
I'm
going to
so-
be at Fiesta, and we're going to stand out with our shirts, and we're going to party with the folks out there. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, but now, so Ernie wanted to talk about UFOs. I suspect a lot of people
You
out
don't
there.
take it serious.
No, it's UFOs. Everybody talks about Bigfoot, UFOs, all this stuff, and nobody comes up with any proof. There's no proof.
There's proof on UFOs.
So I got more surprises. So while we talk about this great topic of yours, I want to just put that up there where the folks can see it. Just lay it up there so we can just.
Well, it doesn't show because the camera angle is too high.
Oh no! I wasn't.
What is this?
It's an astronaut.
Oh, it's a projector that shoots light up in the sky, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is supposed to turn on, but it's not.
You know what? That's funny. I actually have one of these.
I got it from my son's ring, dude.
Well,
I don't know. My wife said to tap this in the bottom. I'm tapping. It ain't working. Heckgummit.
yeah, it has to be plugged in.
Well, no, she said it didn't have. It was charged. She said.
Yeah.
So
So this is to make fun of the UFOs.
yes, for people that believe in UFOs.
And the props.
And you can't see the prop.
Yeah, you can't see the prop.
That's
It's all right.
all
Just
that
move
work.
on.
All that work for nothing. Okay, so what about UFOs? What do you want to say about UFOs? Well, let's talk with UFOs first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me how there really exists UFOs.
Okay. Well, let me move all these props out of the way. Um, there has been a
Give me the
lot.
evidence. Show
I'm
me the
trying to
evidence.
talk.
Show me the evidence.
The evidence is in the photos and the videos that the military has released.
There is no evidence. There is no. That's why I'm a skeptic, because there's no evidence. Everybody talks about it. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And that is the only evidence that we have. Is we have very credible people bringing up video evidence. If you're not going to take this serious, just
Look at the evidence. There's a Martian on his shoulder. Okay, go ahead.
so
Yes.
why would I think it was Congress, I think, that had a meeting with these pilots and experts to talk about what they've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize they get like 100 reports each month on these things?
Where's the evidence?
Well, some people, I watched a video yesterday where this guy used to work for the government. Of course, here we go, conspiracy. That
There was this guy. That's the guy that came out on the Joe Rogan show.
That's
another guy.
Yeah, he's a long time ago.
Okay.
That worked in area
51.
What's his name?
Area
Lazar.
50? I don't remember his
Lazar
name.
is his name. That's probably the most famous one. But this guy says that they actually have aliens, crafts that they have managed to bring down with electromagnetic fields, I guess, and it causes them to crash, and that.
Okay, all right, whatever, man. Where's the proof?
That's all I got.
It's very interesting. My son is a big UFO fan. He tries to convince me, and he tells me, "Dad, look at all the stars in the universe, and look how big it is. Do you really think we're the only ones out there?"
I don't know. Well, I'm not quite there yet, but I did see a UFO. I actually saw a UFO.
Why am I not surprised? Tell me about your UFOs. You want to show any videos on what the military was seeing or put out there, or not?
We can do my story first.
Let's see the video.
All right, so let's watch the video,
and then we'll get to your story. Go ahead and start that video, would you? Which one is it?
This one?
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Okay, so this is the famous. See, as you can see there's a Congress, and they're talking about all the things that they saw.
I can't hear it. Are they going to be able to hear it?
You have to read it, and they're talking about all what they saw, and but there's the footage, okay? So I know it's in black and white. It is a military.
Your proof?
It's a military camera, not designed to be optically clear. It's designed to track. See that little box in the middle that there's crafts in it? That is actually lock onto it, and so they can follow it. But this thing, they followed it and they couldn't keep up with it. When they get close, it would just zoom out of there, or it would go from 50,000 feet down to like 8 feet in like 1 second.
Okay, let's just stop this silly video. How do you stop it? Okay. Did we stop it?
Yeah, we can stop it.
Okay. Just close out of it.
Yeah, it don't matter. We're not watching it.
Okay, so, yeah, that looked like proof to me. I think I'm convinced. I think I believe in UFOs now.
Well,
Hey,
Let me
you
read
just
along.
broke
Sorry.
my sons. Take it easy.
I decapitated the spaceman.
My gosh, you're really passionate about UFOs.
Well, it's not
Oh, well, tell us your story. Go
okay.
ahead, tell us
Here's
your
my
story.
story.
Here
Okay.
we go. Sit down and brace yourself, guys. You know this is going to be
I was in the army.
every
Okay.
every story you start is you were either going to the army, in the army, or just got out of the
I
army.
spent 24 years in the military, so a lot of things happened to me in the
And then
military.
when you're at every restaurant and place you go, hey, you get a army discount. So
Army.
army. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You were in the army.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So me and my friend were on guard duty. I was stationed in Honduras, Central America, and we
Okay.
were sent to go guard the helicopters at night. And
So you were walking around with an M16?
no, we were sitting in a.
Oh, okay. But you had M16s then.
I don't know if that's a time because we initially went there and they just gave us an axe handle because they said we had an agreement with the country that we
What?
couldn't use firearms
Are you kidding me?
until somebody was shot and killed. One night,
They told the U.S. military that they couldn't walk around with firearms.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was a long time ago. But that's
yeah, I was.
ridiculous.
This was a long time, in 1986 or 87,
Wow.
and one of our cops was doing the perimeter, and he was shot and killed. And
Man.
ever since then we got out our weapons.
Well, why? That's stupid. Why wait till some? Anyway, okay. So
Okay.
you were hiding somewhere, checking out the perimeters.
No, I was in a Jeep, or
Oh, in a Jeep.
actually, it wasn't a Jeep. It was a Chevy Jimmy, one of those like Broncos, but back in the 80s Broncos. And me and a friend, and we're sitting in there.
A friend.
Yeah, there's two of us.
Yeah.
There's always two guards.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and I don't remember if there's moonlight or not, but you can make out the mountains in the background, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and so we're sitting on the airfield, and we're just talking about.
And that's how you provide security, just sitting and looking at the stars?
Well, we weren't looking at the stars. We were just there.
Okay, but you were supposed to be security.
Doing what?
Yeah,
That was my job, is to sit there and watch the aircraft and something happens.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
That was my job. We weren't walking around, looking for Vietnam.
Well, I thought
Whatever,
that's what you
something.
said. So we provided security. We're there on guard. But okay, go ahead.
I don't know how that's confusing, but okay. So we're sitting there, and we're just kind of, noticing the stars or whatever. And then Did you get beamed up? What?
You got beamed up or something?
Beamed up?
Beamed up to the spaceship?
No.
What happened?
We were just sitting there,
Yeah.
and the best way I can describe it is just stars, like brighter than the other stars. There was like 4 of them, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And they're just zigzagging in the sky, doing all kinds of random movements, and then they're gone. It was only like 15 to 20 seconds that this happened, and then it was just gone. And we both look at each other and go, "Did you just see that?" I goes, "Yeah, what the hell was that?" And we never knew. We never reported it either, because we had no idea what it was, but that happened to me. That's the only time that I ever
And you thought that
I
was a
physically
UFO.
seen something. Well, I didn't know what else to describe it as. I don't know what else to describe it as.
Okay, so it could have been anything. You're not saying that it was a spaceship. You're just saying it was unidentified.
That's what UFO stands for. Unidentified flying objects.
But everybody equates that to little green men.
I didn't see no green men. I just saw, like I said, I saw lights in the sky flying around.
Yeah.
I remember in the 70s, we were living in Mississippi.
Oh boy, here we go.
And there was a big UFO craze at that time. This is early 70s, 72, 73, somewhere right there. And and I was constantly looking for it. My mom even said that one time she was washing.
Your mom saw a UFO.
I don't know. She said she was washing the dishes, and there was like a window there, and she's looking out there, and the thing in the news was
Oh, it came
there
out in the
was
news?
yeah, it was all over the news. I just said that it was a '70s phenomenon. It was like going around. It was always in the news back then.
Mississippi.
No, throughout the United States.
Oh, yeah. In the 1670s, there was a lot of UFO sightings.
Yeah, and so anyway, my mom said it was a red and green light.
Yeah.
That it was just flying. It just went through the sky. She said, that's weird. But that same red and green light was being reported in the news that there's like this flying red and green light, which I don't know. My dad, he scared me one time. So we went to the drive-in, and the drive-in was kind of like in the woods,
Yeah.
right? And we drove, and we were driving there,
A drive-in. Tell people what a drive-in is, because some people don't know what it is.
and a drive-in. Everybody knows what a drive-in is.
No, they don't.
Well,
How
young
many
people-
drive-ins exist out here?
You park your car and you watch a movie on the screen.
Outdoors. Yeah.
That used to be a thing back then in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And
Okay, continue. Sorry. So,
so I was noticing a red light, and it kept, like, as we're driving, it kept following us. Well, it turned out it was just like a tower light, right? And because I'm paranoid at this time as a kid that there's this UFO.
Oh, your
And
dad
then
was-
my dad, to mess with me,
Yeah.
okay, here's another phenomenon that was going on in the 70s, that these UFOs would show up and that your car would just stop. Like all the power would go up, the lights would go up and everything. And guess what Dad did?
he turned everything.
He turned the key. He turned the key off and turned the lights off. And I go, Dad, what happened? I don't know. Se apagó. I don't know. And as get us out of here. Look at the red light. You know, and he's playing with. It won't start. It's dead. It's dead. And then it wasn't until I started crying that
You started crying.
my mom said, "Turn on the car." ¿Por qué estás asusando a este niño? And so he drove off, and he got a big kick out of it. I was terrified.
You started crying. Wow. How old were you? Probably about 10, 12?
Yeah, probably 10, maybe. Yeah, about 10, maybe 9.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That's funny. Did your dad believe in UFO?
No.
No, right?
Well, he never talked about it.
Because he knows that they don't exist. There's no proof. He's a practical man. Your dad wasn't a practical man. Had a good head on his shoulders, because everybody talks about it. I want to believe in UFOs, but there's no proof. Well, at least I don't see any proof. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have any.
And your
physical
stories,
proof.
while very entertaining, provide no proof. There's no proof. So it's either, people tell me, well, prove that there's God. You're right. I can't prove that there's God. So it's a belief. It's a faith.
Yeah.
So I think what y'all have is a faith.
I don't
in
know.
UFOs.
I didn't say I have a faith. I'm just telling you.
You believe in something that you can't prove.
I'm just telling you this is what I saw.
Yeah.
This is what I experienced, and I'm telling you some history in the past when I was little.
You don't have to get upset.
It was a big thing. It was a big thing that UFOs were always in the news.
I remember. I remember. I was alive during that time too.
Yeah. Well.
I just did. It's interesting. It's fun to think about that there are beings that that are more intelligent than us, or that can
This one video is
have technology.
he's the head of a group, and I can't remember the name of the group right now, but he's saying that the government has these crafts and is using this technology, and that they're going to fake an alien invasion. And the reason that they're going to fake an alien invasion is to get the world to come together and fight or believe. And so I guess so
gosh.
America can
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Become the world leader.
No,
And Trump can rule everyone. It's all Trump's fault.
That's so dumb. My gosh. But anyway, um,
Mama Margie's. Who likes Mama Margie's?
UFOs.
The best caldo in town is from Mama Margie's.
Hey, we don't plug stuff like that without getting
Oh
paid.
yeah, give me some money now.
So anyway, I'd love to believe in UFOs. It's fun. It's fun. You know, what was that movie with?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
No, the other one that was made just more recently.
More recently.
My gosh, with Will Smith. Remember, they go fight aliens up
Dude, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, Close Encounters.
Independence Day.
Close Encounters was like 40 years ago. So more recently.
It's like real recently. What's recently? That's when you know you're old. When you think 15 years is recent.
Well, the most recent, that was a good movie.
There's been a lot of movies.
It's fun to watch.
There was a lot of movies made about alien ET. We've been fascinated with. I don't know if there's that type of intelligence life out there, but I think there's life outside of us. It might be an amoeba, just a one-cell creature, or whatever you want to call it. A bacteria or something. Maybe not in our system. I just got a picture of you crying in the car with your dad. Turn the car on, Dad. He's right there. And then later on, as we're driving, and the trees went away and revealed that it was like a
tower.
A radio tower. I was terrified with it because I was always looking for UFOs. I was always up there looking for UFOs. One time I did this. I got on the roof of the house, and I had a frisbee.
Yeah.
And I threw the frisbee into the traffic, like over the traffic, and I wanted to see if anybody would report it. Yeah, I was a mischief kid. I was a kid that always had.
I can see you doing that today.
Had this imagination. I still have a wonderful imagination. I think.
Well, it's fun to pretend. It's fun to not pretend, but it's fun to
wonder,
to believe in something like that. But I'd feel bad for any UFO people or things to come down and see the mess that this world is in. You know, we fighting and killing each other and within our own country. So it's like,
when has it not been that way?
I know it's always been like that. So
there's always wars.
Maybe that's why they won't talk to us.
Before
maybe they're here and they see that, and that's why they won't talk to us.
Yes. Supposedly, these aliens, what this guy was saying, that the government's going to fake the invasion, is that these aliens are not. They're way above us. They're not interested in conquering us or whatever.
Actually, I had a client years ago. He's not a client anymore, but he believed that things like that were happening in the government. He believed it so much. Well, he still filed his taxes though. Just in case. No, but he looked at me straight in the eye and said, William, this is what's going to happen. Get ready. He said that the government had already made contact, and that in July, back then, like 15 years ago, in July 1st, they're going to reveal it all, and the world's going to change. I mean, he wasn't playing with me. He believed. He was serious.
He's probably a prepper.
And I asked him to give me a retainer first before I did any work.
Yeah, just in case the aliens show up.
Just in case the aliens show up, I want to make sure I get paid. I don't want to work for free. No, but you know, at the time, he's telling me, and he's serious, and he was scaring me because he was getting in my face. You gotta, you know, telling me stuff like that, and I said, okay, yeah, that'll be interesting. You know, and I just went along with it because I didn't know where this was going. So sure enough, July 1st came and went, and nothing happened, and then he never came back after that. But he believed it. He believed something was going to happen.
Maybe the aliens took him.
No, I don't know.
He was one of the few that was chosen.
He was a very nice man. You would not think that he was crazy or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
You don't have to be crazy to believe in this.
To the extent that he believed in it, and to the extent that he said it was going to happen, there was no it may or might. This is happening July 1st.
Yeah.
So,
The guy also said that JFK and Marilyn Monroe were killed over it. That JFK was that we had the technology back then, or we had the crafts anyway, and that he was going to expose it, so they killed him. Now that's I don't know. I was listening to him until that point, and I was saying, "Okay, man, now you're trying to tie all these conspiracies." And Oswald was the alien. He did kind of look like an alien.
Yeah.
Oswald.
That-
Anyway, yeah.
it gets outlandish, but it's fun to think that there are intelligent and the technology, and then they can go through space at the speed of light and all that good stuff. It's fun.
There's
It's
a
fun to think
lot
about
of there's a lot of stories, I guess,
remember
but no physical evidence.
no physical evidence. Well, remember Mexico was about 4 years ago that they found aliens and they were going to reveal them.
That was in Brazil.
No, that was Mexico. That
Oh.
was Mexico, and they had them.
They were going to deport them.
And it turned out to be illegal aliens.
We got a lot of Mexican aliens.
No. And some museum had the bodies, and then it was in the news. And oh my gosh, this is the proof.
I don't remember
And
that.
it just drifted
Oh,
off the news.
yeah. And there was pictures
There was
released,
pictures, yeah.
and this guy and I think somebody here in the United States asked to get the body so we can test them, and
No. Turned out that they were just trying to sneak people in through those cars.
You're just gonna call it fake.
Yeah. Yeah, they saw me. Yeah, bring them in. No, I want to check.
Haters are gonna call it AI.
No. And my son was all, look, Dad, see, there's proof. And I just told him it's going to turn into nothing.
Yeah.
I'd like to see proof. It'd be fun. But I haven't seen
Can you
the proof.
imagine if it actually one day they landed here, or we had proof?
What?
I mean, now everybody knows, right? What that would do to religion, what that would do to
that's one
our
of the things
culture.
that I told my son. So I don't know. Let's say something like that happens. I don't know how to reconcile that with my Christianity faith, and that I don't. And some Christians say, well, it doesn't clash, and that doesn't mean you can't have it. I don't know. I just don't see how that.
Well, it's going to throw some doubts. I mean, you're going to be like, you're.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's like the Bible doesn't say there's no other creatures in the universe but us.
But it does say that man is the highest creation of God.
Yeah,
It does say that.
Is built in the image of God.
Yeah. So
Made in the image of God.
But
actually.
it'd be fun. Putting that aside, it'd be fun. Wouldn't it be fun? Who knows?
I don't know if
what's gonna
I'd
happen.
be kind of scared.
The what?
Of aliens.
Who is?
I would. Like, if you actually saw an alien, that scared the hell out of me, man.
Well, yeah, because we don't know anything
The
about
unknown.
it. It's the unknown. Well, like you said, all these paranormal things like UFOs and everything we talked about, we're going to talk about, it's scary at first. But like demons, and people talk about demons and things like that. I try not to worry about that because there's enough physical realities that can kill you that are more of a threat than demons and stuff like that, But it's fun. It's fun to kick that around.
So why can't that be true and aliens can't be true?
Why can't what be true?
Why can't demons and all that, you actually have a concern about it, but you don't have it, but you discard
Well, how
the
many
alien.
how many demons have you seen?
None.
Okay, I haven't seen any.
But you just said that you're sort of worried about demons and stuff.
No, I said people worry about demons and stuff. I generally don't because there's enough real threats out there that somebody could kill you at night. A real person could kill you, let alone worrying about a demon,
Yeah.
a spiritual fight.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. But it'd be interesting to see. I don't think we're ever going to get proof. It's one of those things we're not. But did you see today the NASA launch?
Yeah,
Artemis.
We're on our way to the moon.
Artemis 2, right?
Artemis 2. I watched it.
Yeah, I saw it launches.
Yeah, I watched it.
And I was
told my
thinking about
girls
our show.
I told everybody about it, and I don't know, anybody gives a damn about it. But
I know.
I think it's neat because I remember as a little child us going to the moon
Yeah.
and watching it on TV. Everybody watched it back then on TV. You know, we all were just captivated by it.
Well, also
These
remember
days, it takes a lot more to capture the attention
access.
of
You remember
yeah.
the space shuttles? Those were always very interesting because it was something
At first,
new.
yeah.
Yeah, it was. And then when it blew up, the space
I
shuttle that blew up
remember
in
when
1987.
the Challenger blew up.
Yep, the Challenger blew up. It was
I
terrible.
was watching that. I was making keys at the time. I lived in Austin, Texas, and
They're
I
making
was
keys.
yeah. Well, let me tell you, I was making keys.
I didn't know you back then.
Yeah, you didn't know me. This is back in
My
80.
life was normal.
It's 85.
87.
And I worked at the Hyatt
Was it
Regency.
87?
85.
It was 85? Yeah, 85.
Or 86.
Probably. No, I think you're right. 85, 86, somewhere around there.
It was right before I left to the military. So it must be 86, January.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I worked at a hotel. I was a maintenance guy. I took care of the air conditioning, refrigeration at the Hyatt Regency right there on Town Lake.
Nobody cares. Get to your point, man.
Anyway, I worked there. And I was in the key room making keys for the rooms. And we had a TV going. And I'm watching, and me and this guy, and I'm making keys, and we're watching it take off. And then it just, and then,
It's sad. It was
and
bad.
we just kind of didn't say a word. And I said, what was that? And so at first I thought it was the rockets just separating.
Yeah, yeah.
How
At
the rockets
first,
drop
everybody
off.
was confused. They were all looking up. Like,
Yeah,
is
it's
this
like,
supposed to
okay.
happen? We weren't sure.
And
what was
then
happening.
they start saying there seems to be a problem with the Challenger.
Remember the lead astronaut said throttle up, and after that, boom. Do you remember that?
I don't remember throttle up,
He
but I
said throttle
remember.
up, and then boom, it exploded.
Yeah, it was just too much
And
pressure.
that delayed the program, at least 5 years, right? 5, 6 years.
I don't remember.
There weren't any more launches.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's so long ago, 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
And there were some people, I was in college, I was at UTSA, and we were all watching it, especially after it blew up, and we all went trying to find TVs, and then, of course, you know how people are, the jokes came out about, like, one of them was everybody in in that shuttle had blue eyes. One blew
the
this
show
way,
or no?
one blew this way,
in
and
the
one
ship.
blew that way.
What?
They all had blue eyes. One blew this way, one blew that way. That was a joke back then. You still don't get it?
No, yeah, I get it, but I can't believe you said it.
I know. It was bad.
You're a horrible person.
I am a horrible person. Yeah, it was a bad time. It was sad. The teacher was there. That teacher that won, Christy McAuliffe, I think. Christine McAuliffe. You don't remember? The teacher. That's why it was even so.
Oh yes, the teacher that was in the spaceship. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, I remember. I don't know why they send a teacher out there, but
well, they wanted to.
They always take these
Yeah.
spaceship trips to make it like the first teacher or the first black person, the first Latino. They always
The first key maker.
Yeah, they always got to put somebody in
You're in the
first welder.
You're in the space shuttle. Hey, where? Oh, he's making keys.
We
for the
haven't put
space
a
shuttle.
welder in there yet, or something. It's like, yeah.
I can see you in space making keys.
He's welding it together while they're flying. We didn't think we needed a welder, but this has turned out to be like.
You were a welder?
No.
No, I'm talking about you, the key maker, being in the shuttle making keys.
Yeah, the first key maker.
The first key maker.
Yeah, no, I just have.
You got all these keys floating around you.
Is it? No.
Yeah, so you could have been the first key maker in space, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wrote down some notes. There's 4 astronauts on this thing. It took off at 6:35 p.m., probably Eastern time in Florida.
Yeah, it was like a 5:25 our time here in Central Time.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got through watching it
Yeah. No, so did I. I watched it. 10,
right before I came over here.
10-day journey around the moon. 10 days.
Yeah, it's
Going around
supposedly
the
is the
moon.
first. It's going to be the
Well,
furthest
yeah.
away. So I guess they're going past the moon further than the other lunar.
What's there to gain advantage of just going around the moon like that?
Uh, they say it's just a test flight.
Oh, okay.
Well, because the whole point of doing this is we're supposed to put a station on the moon. That's the next step. We're going to put a space,
Man, are you?
a habitat there, and I guess they're trying to make it something that we can do. I guess like the space station.
Yeah.
Hey, but also I think China is trying to do it too, or they're talking about. So what are we gonna do when?
We're gonna have space wars, man.
Yeah,
Just like Star Wars. Star Wars. We're gonna have Star Wars.
real Star Wars.
And
I'm just thinking about. I mean, doesn't the first one gets to keep it? I mean, we're already the first one.
No, the first one. Who said the first one gets to keep it?
Well, I don't know. That's what Christopher Columbus did.
The first one to defend it gets
Yeah,
to keep it.
you got to fight your way through it.
That's why we have Star Wars. But that's why Iran has a supreme leader. Now we have that Star Wars, like we said before, the supreme leader. That sounds great for future Star War encounters.
Yeah, well,
Some of our countries have supreme leaders already.
supreme leader in the moon. Yeah, that's the next thing. I think Elon Musk wants to put something on Mars too. That's I think his project.
That's exciting, but we're going to be long gone by the time it's really a reality.
I
Don't you
don't
think?
know, man. Maybe
Yeah.
15 years from now, it might be a reality. I don't know what. I guess we can run science experiments or stuff like that.
There was a Jodie Foster movie. Remember that Jodie Foster movie? What was it? Where she's a scientist and she works at those, like the McDonald Observatory. They're always looking in the sky.
Oh,
And there's a message that comes in from outer space.
That was a real event.
And it was encrypted. There was like a message encrypted in how to build a spaceship. A spaceship, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that movie, but it's probably based. It probably was based on that real event where they call it. I forget the name of it, but we have these listening stations, and one day this big spike came.
Yeah. And they made I guess they expanded on that storyline. They made a movie out of it.
Yeah, and made a movie out of it.
It was good. I thought it was good. Yeah. So there's been a lot of good movies about UFOs and aliens, and we just mentioned one earlier, right? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and then of course E.T. That was probably your favorite movie growing up, right?
E.T. I loved E.T.
God, really?
Home.
You loved E.T. Okay, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. And the ride there at Universal, I went to Universal.
Yeah.
There in Florida, and they have an ET ride, and it's so old and outdated. God, it is such funny going down there, and the mannequins are like it just looks like wow, this is a really old ride. Like they need to dust them or something. All the little like ET's there, and he's got cobwebs. And he's still moving, but the cobwebs is like
and dusty. And
I mean, at least put
like,
a fresh coat of.
Like that president, ride, or where they talk about different presidents, and it's Mark Twain, I think, rocking on a chair, and he talks about different.
They got after me.
They look all dusty, man.
They got after me on the ET ride because I was filming.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, we're riding along, and the music all stops. Put down your phone. No camera, it's so loud in here. And it's like, man, I mean, it's moving slow as hell. It wasn't like it was
top secret stuff,
you know. But I guess they don't want you to drop the phone or whatever. I don't know.
All right, so UFOs, the jury's out. We don't know if they really exist. I think a lot of you out there are probably with Ernest. Oh yeah, they exist, and you're a non-believer and all that stuff. Well, I'll be a believer. I'm just asking for proof.
I just leave him. I have an open mind.
So do I. I just need proof. Why can't I have proof?